I think it goes without saying that there is a lot that's going on around the world right now. I've been away from YouTube for about 2 weeks because I was moving. Today, I'm going to be breaking my silence in the way that I only know how, which is making videos. I wanted to talk about the color of my skin. I've lived and I've breathed with this body for about 22 years now, almost 23 years, and I just wanted to share my experience on camera with what that's been like. Growing up, I've learned at a very young age the disadvantages that come with the color of my skin. I was the butt end of a lot of racial comments and jokes thrown my way at school all the time. I remember when I was a little boy, like I'm talking 7 years old, there was a kid that was at least a couple years older than me that called me the N-word in primary school. Intentionally, like trying to hurt my feelings and trying to be mean to me. He was suspended for like a couple of days or a week. Also, as a kid growing up, I learned very early on of the fear and discomfort some people have with the way that I look. For example, I've been followed and watched in a store before when, I'm just peacefully shopping around and because of the way that I look, I'm suspicious. This one I'm about to say comes my way all the time, and I never like it. It's always this comment that people tell me that I am the whitest black kid that they've ever met in their entire life. I've been told that 1,000 times over. It's as if being myself and living up to the color of my skin have to be two different things. And the people who have told me this, I understand, like, they don't think that what they're saying is offensive. But to be honest, I've never liked it. I'm never going to like it. And I find oftentimes people make that comment because of the way that I dress or because I'm being polite. It just never sat well with me because black people can be polite too. Like, black people can wear business casual clothes with button-down t-shirts and fitted pants. It's as if the only image people have of a black person is the sensationalized image that media paints. It goes without saying, media tosses around the word thug, gangster, the way that I'm supposed to talk. I can be rude, I have the potential to steal things, I can't be trusted. Yeah, I don't like being called that. It just never sat well with me. On top of things like this, I've grown up my whole life pretty much being the only black person in the room. Primary school, junior high, and high school, there was predominantly not very many black people, and then the university that I went to, it was predominantly white. In a way that I'll try to best explain, there's always this discomfort when you're surrounded by people that don't look like you and that can't fully understand what it means to be in your shoes and kind of to be the odd one out. And sometimes in my life, I'm always left wondering, like, when I'm afforded opportunities, am I given these opportunities because of, the actual skills and the things that I bring to the table? Or am I given these opportunities because of the way that I look? They need a token black person there to kind of exemplify diversity. I'll never know. I'll never know, and I'd like to think that where I am in my life is because of the hard work that I've put in, but always something that I struggle to think about sometimes. So combining this idea of me always being surrounded by predominantly white people and knowing that racism is real and that it's very much still here in our society, it's left me questioning people around me as I navigate through my life. Which one of these people actually like me and actually understand me? Which one of these people give off this vibe that they actually don't like me, but they won't ever say it to my face? They are racist and that they don't like people who look like me. Racism doesn't have to be openly vocal. It doesn't have to be directed towards me all the time. It can just be the way somebody treats me. It can be the way somebody thinks inside, their body language, the interaction that I had with them. Or even worse, like what they say behind my back. Sometimes it can just feel hard to trust people and to actually dive into developing relationships and friendships with people because racism is real and it circulates throughout all of our countries that we live in, and it's hard to know whether or not that person actually appreciates you for who you are and understands, or behind the scenes, they're racist. I'm only 22, right? I'm turning 23 in July this year, and my radar for good people and bad people has gotten pretty good over the years because I've just been forced into really bad situations a lot of the time. So I'd like to think that the people who are in my life right now, they're good people. What I'm trying to explain is that when you're in a new environment as a minority, navigating through life, meeting tons of people, knowing that racism is here and it's real, it's just always unsettling that you don't know whether that person you're speaking with doesn't like you because of the way you look. That's really what I wanted to talk about, which is some of the things that I've thought about over the past couple of weeks that I've struggled with growing up my entire life. I'll link resources down below for you guys. If you're fortunate enough and have the privilege to donate money, I'll link resources for you to donate to down below for the Black Lives Matter movement that's going on. I also wanted to make this point because I've seen this debate online about it. I want everyone to understand that no matter how big or small your contribution is to this movement for change, it's warranted and you're doing the right thing. Like, if you don't have money to make a donation and all you have is the ability to post a black square on hashtag Blackout Tuesday, that's fine in my books. I don't see anything wrong with that. If all you have is, to type a Facebook post about how you feel about this matter and share it with your small group of followers on your Facebook account, that's totally okay. I think what I've seen online is that this is almost turning into a competition, and people are like keeping track of, he did this, he said, like, just do what you can. That's all you can really do. This is such a basic saying, but it's so true here. You build castles brick by brick. Like, things don't happen overnight, and it's just one brick at a time that we have to lay down. And if your brick happens to be posting a black square, that's better than no brick at all. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate it. Comment down below if you finished the video. Hashtag Black Lives Matter in the comment section if you've gotten to this point. But I'll see you guys back to regular videos, hopefully later this week. Okay? Peace.